A very good evening to you and wish you a very, very happy International Yoga Day. I am Dr Ankita Dhelia. I am a doctor, a consultant osteopath at the Sri Sri Ayurveda Hospital in Bangalore, and I am also the program director at the Sri Sri Center of Healing Arts, where we teach the Craniosacral Therapy Foundation Training Program. Yoga. The word yoga comes from the Sanskrit word which means union. It could be a union between the body and the mind, the spirit. And yoga now, earlier, yoga was seen as something that is done by oldies, to keep a calm and just to keep going. But now people have realized that yoga has a lot of importance on having a very fit, flexible, good body, healthy body, a calm mind, and in general, a good persona can be maintained by yoga. Yoga is a way of life. When we are doing our work 100%, that is karma yoga. When we are devoted, when we are praying, it is bhakti yoga. When we enjoy stuff, that is Raja Yoga. And when we do stretches and movement, that comes under something called Hatha Yoga. Today, we will look into the movement aspect. We are not really going technically into yogasanas, but looking into certain stretches that can help us boost our immune system. We have seen the importance of immune system these days. When there is a little virus that we can't even see has taken the whole world at their knees. So today we will look into stretches that are very simple and that are based on the positioning of certain lymph glands in our body. So what is the immune system or the lymphatic system? I'm not going much into the details, but a general idea. There is a fluid called the lymph that circulates all over our body, which contains the disease-fighting cells, our white blood cells, which are actually the soldiers that do all the fighting whenever we are invaded by a bacteria, a pathogen, a virus. Anything attacks us, or any dust, allergens, anything attacks us, these soldiers, they are on high alert and they are circulating all over, carrying them, scavenging them, killing them, and eliminating them out of the system. Then there are certain areas where these activities, which are like battlefields for our soldiers. These battlefields in our bodies are areas where there are lymph nodes. We notice, whenever there is an infection, an active infection is there, then the lymph nodes get swollen because they are working hard. So a swollen lymph gland is our friend. It knows, it gives us a hint that the body is fighting diseases well. So these lymph nodes are located in and around the ear, meaning in front and back of the ear, in the neck region, in the chest region, armpits, in the abdomen region, in the fold of the groin, back of the knees. So we will do certain movements, certain stretches that help us pump the fluid in the areas of the lymph node and get the lymphatic circulation to be really, really optimum and good. So without getting into too much of talking, let us just move to the stretches. So we'll start the first one with something called the ear pumping. So like I said, we have lymph nodes in front and behind. We'll do some ear pumping. So we'll just hold the ears and we'll just move them up and down, pulling the ears. We can all do it together. We can even pull the ears to the sides. And we can circle the ears by cycling. alternately pedaling the earlobes, and opposite direction. Gently relaxing, coming to cater to the lymph nodes in the neck, shoulder, collarbone region. So what we'll do is, we'll take a deep breath in, and as we breathe, we'll take our shoulders up. We'll shrug the shoulders and we'll see if we can bring the shoulders a little closer to the ears. So a breath in and shoulders go up. Now we hold the breath and just pump the shoulders up and down. As long as we can hold the breath. And breathing out, we can relax. We can even do it with the movement of the hands. If we just do this. So a breath in and relax as we breathe out. So this will again help us pump a lot of the fluid and the lymph that is there in the whole of the armpit, in the neck, in the collarbone region. So we can do it for about 2 to 3 repetitions. So just once more, let's do it again. A breath in, shoulders go up, and we pump them. And relax. And once with the arms, once again, breathing in, taking the arms up, and then just pumping. And relax. Another very nice thing. See, we have a lot of lymph nodes around our abdomen region. Most of our immune cells, the fighting cells, are housed in the gut area. So we'll do 3 pranayams now, and all these 3 pranayams, they help in one, making the diaphragm move very well. Diaphragm is the main muscle of respiration, and they help us pump the whole of the abdominal muscles and the abdomen region and stimulate our immune cells a lot. So we will do first the Agnisar Pranayam. So in Agnisar Pranayam, we pump the abdominal wall in and out. So how do we do that? So we can sit tall with our hands on our knees, as much tall as we can. We take a deep breath in. We breathe out of our mouth as we bend down. So what we'll do is, then we hold the breath and come up and pump the abdomen. You don't have to keep your palm on the tummy. Just to show I am putting it, we can just keep our palms tall. So now we can all do it together, and we'll do it for as long as we can hold our breath. So let's do it together. A deep breath in, breathing out of the mouth as we go down, holding the breath, coming up and pumping the abdomen. And breathe out. So pumping the abdomen means we're just taking the tummy in and out, in and out. But this is a very, very good exercise. It is also one of the energizing breaths of the body. The name Agnisara increases the fire element. It's really good. The second one we'll do is Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati we'll do 3 rounds. In Kapalabhati, what we do is, we breathe in normally, We fill the tummy in, we fill the chest in with the air, but as we breathe out, we push the tummy in, the navel towards the spine, and we throw the air out through the mouth. So it goes like, again, we can keep the hand on the tummy to just be sure that the tummy is going in with every breath out. So a breath in and exhale normally. And now we'll do the Kapalabhati. And relax. This really helps in the movement of all the gases and all the fluids, whole of the prana in the abdomen region. This is again one of the energizing pranayams. So basically breathing in and throwing the air out as we tuck the navel in and push the air out from the tummy. It is like we are throwing the air out by sucking the tummy in. And we do it for about 15-20 breaths. It's really, really helpful. Even for some of us who want to lose the tummy fat, it's a very helpful thing to do. Once again, a breath in and exhale. And we'll do Kapalabhati. Breathe in. Relax. Just letting the breath come to normal. Kapalabhati is best when we do 3 rounds of it. A lot of us are runners here, the viewers here. This is a runners forum, ProCam International works with the runners and organizes running events. The runners need a lot of energizing to keep going for long distance runs. Many times more than the strength in the muscles, what is required is the flow of prana and the energy levels in the body. The Kapalabhati, the Agnisara, and one more pranayam we learn now, the Bhastrika pranayam. These are instant energizers. These are like our energy boost that we can do just before a running event, just before a marathon, or just before anything where we have to perform which is physically challenging. At that time, these pranayams are like our instant energy boosters. So once again, one last round of Kapalabhati we'll do. A deep breath in. And breathe out. And for Kapalabhati, we'll take a breath in. And we can relax, letting the breath come to normal. Next, we learn something called the Bhastrika pranayam. Even before the Bhastrika, I want to teach you something else. So, in the center of the chest here, we have a gland which is called the thymus gland. The thymus gland is where the lymphocytes, the white blood cells that fight infections, are produced and where they even mature. Before they are sent out in circulation, they mature there. It is said that the gland becomes smaller and smaller as we grow up, and it is really big and active when we are kids and just before the teenage. but the gland is always there, and if we can stimulate the thymus gland a little, it can really help the immune response of our body be very, very good. A robust immune system can come with this. So what we do is we make fist with our hands. So we take the thumb across the palm and we curl the fingers over it. This is called Adi Mudra. So basically making a fist, and with the fist we will tap the center of the chest. As we tap, we will make the sound ah. So what are we going to do? Ah. You'll notice the voice is getting a little shaky, and that is normal. So a breath in and we can relax. This we can do 3-4 times. It not just helps with immunity, it is also said to be a temper tantrum tapping. If we feel, our temper is rising or we are getting thrown a little off balance with the emotions, this tapping helps with that also. And obviously the thymus is one of the main glands of our immune system. So it is stimulated. And after the tapping, we can do a gentle massage over the thymus also. We have noticed, when someone has a cold, a flu, automatically we have this tendency of rubbing and massaging the chest. But after the tapping, just a little massage, it is very, very helpful in clockwise circles. So after we have done this, we will learn a third pranayam, which is the Bhastrika pranayam. This is again a very, very brilliant instant energizer. We feel sleepy, we want energy for something, we want a little more stamina for something. This is a brilliant pranayama. So what we do is we sit in something called the Vajrasan. So how do we sit in Vajrasan? We get the toes together in a kneeling position and we make a seat. We bring the toes together and we make a seat with our feet and we sit on it. And the palms are facing the ceiling. So this is called the Vajrasan. There's a speciality about Vajrasan. Vajrasan is the only asana that can actually be done right after we eat. It also stimulates digestion. So we get into Vajrasan. If you really can't sit in Vajrasan, you can do it sitting normally also. But it's best, the best results for Bhastrika Pranayam are when we sit in Vajrasan. Then we make a loose fists and we bring them in front of our shoulders. Loose fists, very loose. We are not clenching them. Loose fists in front of the shoulders. Elbows are close to the body. And in this, we'll do it with eyes closed, best done with eyes closed. For now, you can just see what I am doing and then we can do together with the eyes closed. So as we breathe in, the palms will go up and open. As we breathe out, the palms will come down, the fists will close, and the coming down is with a jerk, like a warrior, a little force. So it's not like a very, relaxing and a very soft breathing. This is something we do like a warrior. Okay? So with a little josh, we say a little pinch of anger. So loose fists in front of the shoulders, elbows close to the body. We are not doing wrestling, so elbows are not away. Elbows are close to the body. As we breathe in, hands go up, palms open. And when we come down, palms come down, fists close. So just I am showing you once. Yeah. So we'll all do this together. We can close our eyes. Loose fists in front of the shoulders. Elbows close to the body. A normal deep breath in. And breathe out. And for Bhastrika, with full josh, breathe in, out. Continue. And we can relax, palms on the thighs, open to the sky. Just observe the flow of energy in the body. So this not just does the whole of the abdomen pumping, it is also the movement of the diaphragm. See, when we are doing the hands up and down, we are kind of doing like a bellows action, with this whole of the rib cage. So this pumps the whole of our rib cage, our diaphragm, our abdomen. So it's a complete pumping pranayama. So it's an instant energizer and a super pump for the immune system. Once again, one more round. We'll do ideally 3. We can do 2 for now. So we get ready for the second round. Loose fists in front of the shoulders. A normal deep breath in. And exhale. And together with full force, breathe in, out. And we can relax, palms on the thighs, open to the sky. Observing the flow of energy in the body. Observing the breath. Maybe we can do one more round of Bhastrika. Ideally 3 are to be done only. So again, loose fists in front of the shoulders. A normal deep breath in and exhale, and together breathe in, out. And relax. We can sit comfortably and easily. So in Bhastrika, we can do about 20 rounds of hands going up and down, about 15 to 20 breaths we can do, and it really, really helps. Maybe you are a little more awake when you are listening to me now. Now we'll come down a little again. So just like we did the thymus rub, we can even do a little tummy rub. So it is said 200 clockwise circles are done on the tummy around the navel, and this also helps a lot in getting a lot more absorption with the intestines and stimulates our cells a lot more. So this is, we can just do it just before going to bed in the night. It helps, but a nice thing to add to our routine. Then there are a lot of other lymph nodes that are present in the groin region, in the femoral region. So what we do is, for this, we get into the pose of a butterfly. So we'll bring both the feet together, heels together, toes together, and then we try to get the heels close to our body as much as possible. It doesn't matter even if you are a little far, with practice it comes. So as much close to the body we can get, our heels we hold our feet together with our palms. We sit tall, not a hunch. Hunch is not a good idea. We sit tall and then we just flap the wings of a butterfly. If we notice our movement is really restricted, we can also do this flapping on the sides, So just getting the flaps to touch the ground. Maybe we can stay there. Again, other side, and we can stay. And now let's flap. So it will be a little easier. Do not forget to breathe. Keep breathing and flapping. As runners, these things help us open our adductor muscles also. So along with having a good immune system, these exercises are also, these asanas, it's called titli, the butterfly pose, and it also helps in opening up the pelvis, which is a very good tool. If we have an open pelvis, our running and other workouts can be better. And we can relax. Just adding to this, getting a little more pumping and moving the hip, the femur, the thigh bone in the socket of the hip. What we can do is we can hold our leg in a manner of, so the foot comes close to the elbow and the other elbow is holding the knee. And we interlock the fingers like we are providing the seat to the whole of the leg. So just like we are holding a baby close to us in our hands, we slightly pamper the baby in our arms. Mainly twisting and moving the leg. This is again a good thing to get the groin area mobilized and moving. So nicely, let's pamper our baby. If you want, you can. Again, these things are very, very good for runners. Hip flexibility is a boon as a runner. So just gently, we can keep the baby down. But because we have twins, let's take the other leg too. So in the elbow, taking the foot. And in the other elbow, taking the knee, interlocking the finger, and back, straight, and let's pamper the baby. Let's move them. And we can relax the legs. We can keep them down. One last exercise we'll do. It is part of Sukshma Vyayama in the yogic texts, and it is we come on the toes and we come on the calves. So what happens that we have a blood circulating in the body, but the blood has a pump, which is the heart, which contracts and relaxes so that the blood can flow throughout the body. But the lymphs are open-ended vessels that start at the level of our organs. And they don't really have a pump, that can make the fluid pass on through the body. And another thing is that the lymph has to go anti-gravity. So from the legs, from the feet, it has to come all the way back up in circulation. It has to come back. So it comes all over the body, and near our chest region here, somewhere here, just where our thymus was on the sides here, the lymph vessel, they open into the veins and the fluid goes back into circulation and mixes with the blood again. So this movement of the lymph, anti-gravity and back into circulation, is facilitated by movement of the muscles. So general movements like bending side to side, when we bend, one part stretches, one side contracts. So the spleen here, which is a main important of the immune system, which is a main organ of the immune system, that is also facilitated. Even liver has a role. So, or even just general twists that we do, general rotations, bendings, stretching, all these things, they help a lot. And the last movement that I was talking about is the movement of the calf muscles. So, the calf muscles, they are like the second heart. They are called the second heart. Why? Because like I said, the heart is the pump for all this. If we just do this and touch the calf, we'll feel like the calf is expanding and contracting, just like the heart. So this contraction and expansion of the calf muscles, it helps in this anti-gravity and upward flow of all these fluids back into circulation. So what we do is, we come on the toes and come on the heels. Come on the toes, come on the heels. Toes, heels. Toes, heels. Best not to do too fast. We maintain a pace, and if we are not able to maintain the balance when we are doing, we can either, best not to keep the feet very close to each other, because that also doesn't give balance. One, we can keep the feet a little shoulder width apart, and other, if we want, we can hold a railing or a chair, or we can hold something and do, if we don't get the balance. So mainly toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. So this is a very, very good pumping of the calf muscles. It helps people who have swelling in the feet. It is a very, very good thing. Calf muscle is very good for runners, having a good calf. Calf muscles keeps the circulation going. Many times it happens, no? We are walking, we are running, and the calf muscles get really, really tight. So if we have a daily practice of doing these toe and heel raises, the calves don't get so tight. So this exercise is actually a big, big boon for runners. Yeah. So these are about some of the stretches and pumping that we can do for the immune system, the lymphatic system. It is good to inculcate these in our daily lives. Just like our soldiers who are fighting at the battlefield, and they help us stay safe at the home. Similarly, these immune cells and our immune system in the body is doing the fighting, so that again we can stay safe in our other home, which is our body. So keep the body healthy, the immune system robust, and have a good life. Once again, I would like to wish you a very happy International Yoga Day. I hope that we can inculcate all these things in our daily practices. When we do them once or twice, it's not so effective as much as it is when we have these things as part of our life. When we can inculcate these as daily habits, just how we would brush our teeth, if we can inculcate movement and exercise in our habits, it's the best thing. And I would really like to thank ProCam International for organizing this and inviting me to share a little thing that I know with you. And I hope you enjoyed the session, and I wish all the viewers of ProCam International all the very best, and have a very, very good day and good year ahead. Thank you very much.